going to be take, I think, 5. It's been a while, I know. Let's try this again and see what happens. Heidi ho, friends. I got a message from the unknown hiker about 2 weeks ago. He sent me some pictures, and this whole area was on fire. I was curious to see if it was a controlled burn or possibly a man-made accident. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, there has definitely been a little fire damage here. I had to come down in this valley because the wind is coming out of the east like you wouldn't believe, and you can hardly hear me up there. So it's been a pretty good fire, you can definitely tell. Now, there's really nothing to worry about. It'll only burn to the levee, and it may be over the top because of the farmer's fields right there. And then from where I'm standing, I'm going to be very vague on my directions. I've had some people come kind of close to finding me, so and I can tell in the comment section by the questions they're asking. So we're gonna keep everything vague. I don't want to be found. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah. But from where I'm standing, going that direction, there's a creek about 15 miles from here or so, maybe 10 miles, and it won't cross that creek. So I don't have to worry, you don't have to worry about it going that direction. Then from that creek to the next town, God, I don't even know. It's a long distance. From, oh, look at that. What are you? Interesting. Buzzard? Yeah, it looks like maybe a buzzard. Anyway, sidetracked. From the levee, right there where the Mountaineers park. I got a story about the Mountaineer. We'll get to that in a minute. To the river is approximately 2.5 miles. Now, the reason I'm here is the winter camp. If you follow this down, which is impossible when all the brush was here, but it looks like it's all burned up, is about 1 mile from the levee. Now, to get to it back before the fire, you'd have to hike all the way around the levee, skirt the public use land, and it was about 2 miles to the winter camp. My goal today was I was originally just gonna hike out and see how long it would take me to get to the winter camp from here, because it's not that far. But there's somebody else out there. I don't know if they're hunting or what they are doing. Plus, when I left the house this morning, it was 61 degrees. I got here, it is 50 degrees. It's clouding up, it's getting cold, and I guarantee if this gets wet, it turns into quick silt. I don't want to be a mile out and get stuck in this crap. It sucks to walk through. Another reference point from the winter camp right there to where the big shelter is that I built a while back is approximately 9 miles. And then from the shelter, it's 2 miles to the parking lot. So the fire probably wouldn't have made it that far. It looks like it was a slow burner. I am very curious what this bird is. I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comment section. So I'm thinking this will be a hike for another day. And this was a spur of the moment outing too. But man, look at all the fresh grass that's grown up. Usually this is just covered with a bunch of crap. You can tell it stopped burning right. No, it burnt through that. You can see that's all burnt down there. So we can get a zoom in. Yeah, that was quite a fire. Okay, let's hike up this way. Check the area out. Let me show you. If you look, you can see where it burnt here. It looks like it hopped a little bit, burnt over there, stopped at the field. And if you look down, you can see how far it went. In fact, it went on around the corner. So yeah, it burnt for a little bit. Let's go over to the other side real quick. If you can hear me, this wind is coming out of the east like you wouldn't believe. yeah, there's silver blowing in. You can see where it burnt through here on this side of the levee. We'll pop it over here. It burnt on this side all the way down there. It looks like it stopped. And then as far as I can tell, it kind of went down and around the corner. It's a little cold for me to be walking down there to find out. And it is illegal to drive on a levee. I don't recommend doing so. When you get caught, it's not good. It's not good at all. But to get to the winter camp, which is a mile that way, we would have to hike down the levee. Let's see where that tree line is, right there. We'd cut through there and then follow the public use land around. Then we'd cut into it. But I think with all this that has burned, we could probably just hike straight through there. On our drive out of here, on this nice little gravel road that's a lot better than it used to be. Back in the day, it was all mud before people found this area and started using it. Let's say it was impassable when it was raining out. A little while back, I had one of them hold my beers, I think I can do it moments that obviously didn't work out to my advantage. I had to replace the upper, lower A-arms. Well, basically, I had to rebuild the entire front end. Yeah, I know. A couple things I still have to finish up on is one, I got a broken leaf spring. I've ordered it. It's on its way in. Well, I've ordered 2 of them. And then I've ordered new shocks for her. And then I think I'm going to have to replace the exhaust because it's kind of broken a couple places. Yeah, things got a lot of interesting. And I mean a lot of interesting. So this would be the very first drive of her since the incident. And she's doing really well. I think there might be a little radiator trauma because I noticed some fluids leaking out, but not a big deal. Now, I know most people would have said, hey, after all that damage, take her to the scrapyard. That's just not me. I mean, honestly, she's been a good truck. Never really let me down. And when she did, it's always been somewhere that a friend of mine can come pick me up with his tow truck. And I do all the work on her myself. The parts I get from a friend of mine's shop, and they're all discounted. So I really can't justify getting rid of her. And then as an added plus, yeah, she's paid for. On my journey to see how high the river is, I decided to stop at that creek I was telling you about. And as you can see, there's been no fire over there on that side. And it would have a heck of a time jumping across. And of course, the boat has showed up. It means the water level's low. I don't know how long that's been here. But definitely, the fire has not made it down this far. It's getting colder out. The temperature in the mountain there was 47 degrees. There is something coming in, and it's coming in quick because my ears are freaking popping. Let's take a look at the river. Yeah, she is way down. Now, we're going to look right down here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Steady camera. We can hike from there down, and that second boat has appeared. That's new. I'd like to check that out. Out onto the sandbar, and we can get out on these. Zoom this back out. Out on the wing dams now, where you couldn't do that before. Hopefully, we get some good spring rain. If not, it's going to be a bad drought year. All right, we're going to look upriver where the wind is coming down. Just like, oh my God. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, you can see that sandbar just starting to pop up. And some more sand popping up over there. Oh yeah, she's way down. Oh my God. All right, let's turn around again. Yeah. So the reference from where we're at now, it is 2 miles to the shelter. Then from the shelter, it's 9 miles to the winter camp where that fire was. And it didn't make it down here either. That would be one heck of a burn if it did. Whew. Okay, we're going back to the mountain there. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up when we're on our way out of here because it is cold. This will be take number 5. I'm pretty rusty at doing outros apparently. I originally did it on the gravel road on the way out. I stopped, reviewed the footage. I'm glad I did because my hand was so shaky it looked like a mini freaking earthquake. Let's do a Bob update and where the heck I've been and why you haven't seen very many videos from me. In December, I caught that nasty flu bug that knocked me down for at least 3 freaking weeks. Status update on my mom. She got reevaluated at the beginning of the year. She can still stay in her house. She does not have to go to a assisted living facility, which is awesome, which makes me very happy because I'd rather not see her go there. And what's going on up here? Okay. Looks like we got some construction going on there. We're going to carefully drive around them guys real quick. Alright, we're good. Work situation. I'm getting my butt kicked. I haven't been this busy in years. I'm not complaining. I'm building my money up from when I lost it during the lockdown of the pandemic, which was freaking terrible. In the meanwhile, I just haven't had time to get out. In fact, today I snuck out. I was supposed to be on a job this morning, but I kind of moved it to the afternoon because the weather was nice, and obviously, yeah, that has all kind of changed a bit. The next hike I want to do is I want to go back to the winter camp area, hike from that parking lot to the winter camp just to see how far the fire went. Well, friends, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate everybody kind of waiting out my situation. Yes, eventually I'll be back to maybe 2 videos a week. Who knows? In the meanwhile, I'm going to get my butt home and have a double hot chocolate because I'm freezing my little butt off. Did I mention the Mountaineer does not have heat? Yeah, the heater cord went out. Go figure. Anyway, thanks for watching, friends, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a most awesome day, evening, weekend, or night.